Hello, this is the Retro Bear, and this is
Big Jace. BJ.
You forgot there.
Let's just start this again.
No. Go.
Hello, welcome to the show. This is the Retro Bear.
It is I, the Retro Bear, and this is my very, very good friend, close personal friend, Big Jace.
Yeah.
Of retrogames.co.uk.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's a proper plug.
Well,
thank you.
No, we have to plug it.
I've got me Luke's. It's the wrong side.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker headset there.
Just make sure we don't interfere with any air traffic control or anything like that. Cause,
well, I don't know. They did say one's coming. Oh, yeah. Oh, prepare to land. That's fine.
Feel the vibrations. If you've not seen this before, it's basically me and him just talking about stuff. The last few episodes we've done, Jace has brought some stuff to surprise me with, and then he's brought some stuff in the box as well. And I've got no idea.
You are being rude again.
I know.
You're getting in trouble for that.
Every now and again, it's not bad. But when in the entire episode, it all goes on. So there's a box down here which has got stuff in which I know nothing about. And what the usual pattern is he'll bring stuff out of the box, he'll show me, and then we'll talk about it.
This show should be called What's in the Box. That'd be a great name for the show, wouldn't it?
Everybody calls everything What's in the Box.
Yeah, maybe.
Even before you started, and stopped, and got out of that little, market.
All right. Well, I'm on the table now. The box is gone.
But what's on the table? Yeah.
Yeah, but don't tell me everyone was doing that for years.
No. I've got an idea for your Christmas show. Just thinking about it. Yeah. Why don't you call it What's in the Stable?
Oh, I like that. I like that.
I thought about that last night, actually.
That is quite clever, isn't it?
Yeah, amongst other things. I thought, you know what? What's in the stable? The stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
What would be in there? Jesus.
Yeah, well, that's up to you to sort out, isn't it? Well, maybe Jesus. You may want to move in that direction.
Yeah, maybe. But I do think my show is heading in a religious direction, as is this.
Why?
I don't know.
That's the first I've heard about that. This is a religious direction.
Retro gaming is religious to me.
It's a religion. Well, it is a religion of such, isn't it?
It is.
Yes, people follow it and do all that.
They are very dedicated, actually. Of our hobby, do you think, as retro gamers, we are quite intense. And most people you meet who are retro gamers, very intense about their collection, very focused. That's all they care about.
It is like a way of life, in a way.
It's strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is strange.
Not for me, but...
No?
No, not anymore. No. I don't know.
Oh, here we go. Miserable Retro Bear again. Cheer yourself up, mate.
Yeah.
You're on telly.
You can be replaced. You do realise that, don't you?
I'm going to get the sack any minute. Okay, let me grab something out of this box.
Okay. So I've got no idea what's in here.
No. Well, I'm starting off with a compilation because I know you love compilations.
Ooh. And if you saw the last episode, you will obviously get the idea. I have no idea what was going on.
No, this is a different sort of compilation.
You bought compilations last time.
Yeah. It's a little bit. There you go. You have to do all the holding up stuff.
I'm good at that, isn't I?
Now, this is a different sort of compilation.
I've never heard of this before.
It's unusual to find a compilation on this format.
You can talk about it because I've got no idea.
Well, this is a Mega CD compilation.
A Mega CD.
A Mega CD. What the hell is wrong with it? CD32. It's a Mega CD32. Mega CD. I'm losing the plot, you see. I'm broken. Released on the Manix label. It contains 3 rare games. Individually, they're quite rare.
I'm trying to get something glare. So we got Legends.
Legends, yes. Do you ever play
Fears and Gloom. No, I've never even heard of any of those games.
The sad thing is that these games, they push the CD32 to try and do first-person shooters. And, like Gloom, Fears, they're not really perfectly suited to this format.
It's got a slipcase, which I know people do get very, very excited about.
Do they?
Slipcases are a thing, mate.
Yeah, are they?
They are there.
Okay.
And there's obviously the inside of the box.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
Yeah.
Does it open that way?
Open it.
Ooh, there we go.
So they're individually. Each CD has its own inlay and manual.
Yep.
I just think it's interesting. I don't think we've ever seen. I haven't seen this before. Because I think they get separated because the games CD32 quite high value. These games get separated and they get sold individually. I mean, I've sold that loads of times.
That's the Doom clone.
It's like Doom for the Amiga, yeah. But it's a bit.
So I have heard of that one. Fears.
Yeah, Fears by Manix.
Fantastic artwork there.
It is. It looks like you without the beard. Yeah, very good.
I don't see the resemblance myself.
I do. Yes, the crossed eyes.
There's Legends.
Legends, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I just thought interesting compilation. It's a compilation that you won't have seen before because I hadn't.
No, I've never seen that before. I've got to be honest with you. I don't think I've never owned a CD32.
What?
No. Well, why? Why would I want?
Because it was a homegrown British computer. Well, Commodore was they British then, but we were their home market. We were the big market for the Amiga, weren't we?
Yes.
Though I do believe CD32 did come out in the US of A. But it was good. It was good to. I was such an Amiga devotee that the thought, they're a 32-bit Amiga with a CD drive. This is going to be brilliant. Sadly, it wasn't, was it? If it had been as technically capable as the 3DO, I think the CD32 would have done really well, wouldn't it? It was just a little bit. They went cheap. It was an expensive console, but they did not put in decent components, decent processor, decent graphics. They didn't improve it. They just kept it to same old Amiga 30.
It was a time which I didn't know an awful lot about. I played on. I think I played on the 3DO.
Yeah, 3DO. I love 3DO.
I wasn't overly impressed with it.
What, you had it at the time?
No, I didn't have one.
So if you'd had it at the time, it was well impressive.
Well, a friend of mine bought one because he sold me his Mega Drive.
Okay.
And so sort of put some money towards it. So I literally just lived around the corner. So,
yeah.
And I played it. I wasn't overly impressed. I didn't think, this is the future game.
The 3DO.
Yeah.
It was a step up though. What did we have? What were we on?
We were. At
it's just
time,
pre-Saturn, isn't it? It's pre-Saturn.
Yeah, we were sort of in that sort of post-cartridge, pre-CD period, weren't we?
Yeah, I mean, it's
the Mega CD had sort of flopped because the technology really wasn't suited for it at the time. This was that CD32 3DO CDI was the next.
I mean, obviously, absolutely blown away as soon as the PlayStation came out. It just died, but. We got the PlayStation. That was different, but this 3DO. It just sort of passed me by, really. Yeah, and 3DO was a big step from the CD32. I don't know. Anyway, interesting.
Yes, yeah.
Another compilation for you, and you won't have seen this one before either. This is for the Atari 800.
No, I have no idea.
I do love the Atari. Now I'm just talking about Atari 800 all the time.
Yeah,
it's a new thing. But I just like the cheap and tackiness of it. It's a big clam on the blue ribbon label, Atari 800. It's got all the classics. It's got your darts, it's got your Screwball, it's got your Diamond Mine, it's got your Nightmare Maze, it's got your Castle Assault, is it?
Castle Assault, yeah.
They're all there. And they're all quite feeble games, to be fair. Yes. They're all quite feeble.
Obviously, because they put the screenshots on the front for some reason, as opposed to the...
I know, but the darts one, it looks like a dartboard that made people buy it.
In fact, they've really saved money on this because they put all the instructions and the controls on the back.
A quality compilation always has no insert.
I
it's just the disc in there, probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
And
that's a big old disc, that one.
It's a 5 1/4 inch floppy. Don't be scared. They exist.
Yeah. No. Well, you don't see them very often now because even the 3.5 inch ones, people, unless they've seen them before or got any knowledge of them, it's old tech now. They've heard of
old tech.
Yeah.
Or retro gaming.
BBC screenshots.
Isn't that strange? Yeah. So they use the BBC's because do you know the blue ribbon label, like the small case games?
No.
That's very similar. They have a big shot of on my show. I would show you, but you have a screenshot of the game and then just like blue ribbon at the top, and then in a little box, like very uniform, just the title of the game. It's very low rent packaging on the blue ribbon label.
It is.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a chocolate bar called Blue Ribbon, or was that Blue Riband?
Blue Riband chocolate
yeah.
bar, yeah. You put one of them in your lunchbox, wouldn't you?
I used to, yes.
Yeah, lovely.
Well, I didn't, obviously, but somebody else did.
No, someone else ate it for you.
But that's interesting, isn't it? I've never heard of this compilation before, all those games either.
You've not heard of darts before? Oh dear.
Well, it's just called darts, isn't it? Not that variation.
Let's move on. I'm going to stick with the Atari 800, and I've brought something that I know you will appreciate.
You always say that.
I know you'll appreciate this, and it's particularly hardcore. And you are hardcore, aren't you?
I'm hardcore 44, mate.
Hardcore 44. It's hardcore porn.
The porn.
Porn. Have you ever played the porn?
I've heard of it. I've got to say, that is beautiful condition.
It's a beautiful game.
Wow. That is for something which is what I'm going to guess at least 35.
It's getting on a bit.
40 years old.
It's getting on a bit.
That, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it is nice.
It's almost like it's come out of the factory.
Now, Magnetic Scrolls, they made a whole series of adventures. The porn is probably one of the most famous, but I'm always think it's a bit of a lacklustre title.
Yeah, it sort of reminds me of chess, and in which case it reminds me of chess. I'm not interested.
Boring.
Yeah.
But it's not a chess game. It's not a chess game.
No.
It is a text adventure. You know when you had to type things into computers back in them days?
Yeah, that's
open it up because it's got some nice inserts in this. This is Atari 800 version, which is quite unusual.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I have to be very careful with these things because you'll bill me for them afterwards.
It did come out for a lot of formats. You get this on ST and Amiga. You also get it on the Spectrum and the Commodore, and even the Amstrad CPC.
I mean, that again is.
It's a nice manual, isn't it? It's in lovely condition.
Tale of
Caronia. Cavonia.
Carovnia.
I knew it was something like that.
Somewhere in Eastern Europe, anyway.
Yeah.
There's a map.
Pretty map on the back.
Yeah. That's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
God, that's lovely.
There's more gumph in there.
There's more.
There's more, yeah. Loads of gumph.
What's this? Is this? Oh man.
Yeah. It's really. This has never been blue tacked up.
No, I mean, wow. You got a poster.
There we go. Got a poster.
Wow.
Beautiful poster.
I mean, you can tell by how that's still folded like
Nobody
that.
played this.
No one's ever actually touched this. There's the disc as well.
Yeah, there is actually two, but just show one. It's boring.
Yeah, exactly the same.
A couple of lovely little things there. They've got a couple of little mini guides.
A little guide.
Yeah, what's that? The disc loading guide.
That's the guide, and that's the gameplay.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a lovely set, isn't it?
It is beautiful. I mean, everything here. I'm not joking. I'm looking at this now. I'm not sure whether that comes across on camera, but it looks like this is just. You've been out this morning and bought this from the shop.
It is that new, isn't it? It's that beautiful.
I mean, everything about the box as well, the corners.
Yeah.
I know people talk about quality and how things are maintained after all these years, but I mean, quite frankly,
yeah.
I mean that ain't 10 out of 10. That's 11 out of 10. That is. that is an 11. It's even got the original price label on the top there, which says 1995. Oh, sorry.
I wouldn't go to 11, but 11 is pushing it. No.
What would you say that?
Well, let me have a look. I actually think this is a 9 out of 10.
A 9?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I have very high standards. I'll show this little mark there on the camera. Go and show that on the side. There's been some tape on it at some point, and it's just pulled the laminate a little bit. Yeah. So not perfect, but as you say, it's 35 odd years old, probably older than that, isn't it?
Yeah, I can feel that there. Yeah,
you can feel the rubbing.
I mean, quite frankly.
Let's move on. What else have I got in it? Something different. Have you ever seen any games for this? Let's talk about this.
No, but I've heard of the old Fairchild Channel F.
The Fairchild Channel F. Now, this is a boring game. This is number 11. I think it's backgammon, isn't it? A bit dull.
Backgammon and AC Juicy, which is dominoes.
AC Juicy. Yeah, I mean, to me that's that sounds like a sex game gone wrong.
Not Lucy Juicy, but AC Juicy. We couldn't get through one without doing something like this. It's impossible, isn't it? But yeah.
Yeah, AC Juicy.
I mean, it's not an awful lot to see.
No, but get it out. Yeah, get it out. I like the cartridges.
The cartridges are beautifully chunky, aren't they? I mean, this is pure 70s.
That is beautiful.
Pure 70s.
And they're 1979. So yeah, they're proper old. And we did get Fairchild. People don't think, we didn't get Fairchild releasing consoles here. No, but we did get the grandstand version. So we did get a Fairchild equivalent in PAL. Obviously RFAL only. But yeah, they're picking up in value. We got a little batch of this stuff in, and I was having a look around, and some of the games, odd ones, are going for 60, 70 quid, which I thought,
wow. Are they really?
Yes, because I've always found this stuff, while I love it because it's so vintage and it's obscure and sold in tiny numbers, there hasn't really been that much of a following for it, not for Fairchild. Though that game, Backgammon, particularly boring.
I mean...
Yeah.
But then again, back at that time, video games were fairly new, weren't they? So people hadn't come across the concept of designing, say, something like that.
No. In
great detail, and what you would do was produce electronic versions of popular games that you would play. And
this is a total valid point for me. At that time, in the late 70s. I was a child, but I would have been so excited about playing backgammon on the TV. That would have been incredibly exciting, which seems strange now. But no, even though it's just backgammon, I knew the game backgammon. I can play it on the TV. I don't know. There would have been some sort of draw to that, I know it's not Space Invaders or Pac-Man, but even though just playing backgammon, it was interesting.
Yeah,
probably more interesting than chess.
Yeah. I mean, that was a choice, wasn't it, back then? 3 channels of television, backgammon, or playing the piano and reading poetry.
Well, let's not go crazy.
No.
I got some ephemera here that I thought you might like.
You got some ephemeras?
Ephemera, paper stuff.
Stuff. Yeah, that's that word that appears at auction houses, isn't it?
Yes. I thought you'd like this. I like this sort of stuff. I always show this sort of stuff on my shows. I thought I'd put some on yours.
For Amiga owners.
Yes. Now, do you remember these? They were like games clubs. It was like a scam where you signed up and it says, what? Any 4 games for $175 each. It is double sized. Yeah.
I just realised that.
Yeah.
Move on.
And you got to
keep talking.
So it's like the Home Computer Club. They were based in Swindon. There was loads of formats for this. You could get Spectrum Club, Commodore Club. They're all owned by this overarching company called the Home Computer Club. And you'd find these even in non-video game magazines. You might find a copy of this in the Radio Times. The same as they used to do book clubs like this. You get sent a random book
CDs
every month. CDs, yes. Well, they did the same for Amiga games, and this was the Home Computer Club. So you'd sign up, you'd get your 4 games for $175, and then you've committed yourself to a monthly game, random game of you have no choice.
I mean, there are some absolute
corkers, yeah.
It's a well-known games. We got Speedball 2, Cadaver, the original Speedball.
The word's cadaver.
Cadaver. Cadaveria. You can call it what you want in your show. I'm calling it Cadaver. There's the conversion of the Turtles NES game. There's Dragon's Lair, Sinji's Castle, Space Ace, which was basically a tech demo.
I mean, even down here, there is the Quartet sound sampler, which actually is a hardware package, which for $175, we would have looked at it and thought, wow, that's a bargain. I can sample sounds on my Amiga.
Deluxe Paint 2. Good grief.
Yeah.
Oh, because compilation of TNT as well. I recognise people.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought that is an interesting.
That is really,
it's an interesting. People will remember that. They will remember seeing these flyers and trying to persuade their mum. I want to join this club. I get this many games for this much.
But the thing was, you had to buy something, didn't you? You had to buy.
You had to be a member for a year, and I think the games that you were sent monthly were full price. Yeah. So you're committing to buy 12 games at full price.
I'm just trying to see what it says in the back here, but it doesn't.
Is there any terms? All that remains for you is to fill in the coupon.
Yeah, simply choose any 4 items for £1.75 each plus £1.95 postage and packaging, which sounds horrendous back then.
It was a lot back then.
That was a lot back then, wasn't it? Yeah. And you could save yourself over £175. Yeah. But I think they sent you have no control over what they sent you.
No, absolutely random.
Coming soon, Lemmings, UMS 2, Midwinter 2, Life and Death.
But that's not all the games you got. You got some game that nobody had ever heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like The Pawn.
The Pawn's actually quite a good send. You'll be all right with that. Okay, I'm back in my box. Let's about this. I've got something rare to show you.
Have you?
You've probably got this.
Have I?
You've probably played this loads. But it is a very rare game for the Atari ST. We're on ST now. You know this game, don't you? You know this one.
Oh, I could tell you a story about this.
Yeah, good. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Ta-da! The great Guyana. Guyana?
Gianna.
I always call it Guyana. That's a place in the West Indies, isn't it? Yeah. Now, I actually had a backup of this on the Amiga.
You naughty man.
And someone said, and I actually wrote on the disc, on the label, Super Mario Sisters.
Oh, did you?
Because it was exact. Well, obviously,
that's what I got.
It's a dirt clone of it, isn't it? It's quite literally a rip-off.
Released for one single day, and considering how many copies are out there, I mean, it's on so many formats. That one day, a lot of them got into circulation, even though it goes for a lot of money. Considering they all came out in one day, but I don't believe it. Do you? Do you believe the mythology around this game? It was released for one day, and then all the shops, there's an injunction, Nintendo placed an injunction, it's too much like the Mario Brothers, get it out of the shops, Now, my local game shops, they ain't going to pull that out of the shop. They're going to leave that for sale. They're going to say, yeah, whatever, Nintendo. We didn't even know much about Nintendo back in the 90s.
Well, it couldn't have got released for one day because how did I get a backup of it?
Well, yes.
Because obviously there'd been a cracking team working on it somewhere who bought it and put it through and released it. So
I just think it's one of those mythologies that we're not really sure
urban myth.
Well, it definitely was banned. It definitely was deleted. It was definitely withdrawn from sale.
But the story behind it being so...
I find it hard to believe that Woolworths in your local high street was thinking, oh no, Nintendo said we've got to take this off the shelf. I just think they're going to... Yeah, whatever. It's a game.
German, wasn't Rainbow Arts, I think.
Rainbow Arts, German company.
Yeah.
Very naughty boys. But then... Great Gianna Sisters later came out for the Game Boy, didn't it? I mean, they sorted it out in the end.
They've released it. They've updated and since then. But this still commands a fair quack, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it does. I mean, it's on. I think we've got it out for a ridiculous price. I can't even say it. Yeah. But there's another copy of it. So now we've got two. It might come down a bit.
That's very good of you to give that to me. Thank you very much.
Right, what's left in my box? A couple of things.
Said the actress, the bishop.
Something by our old mate Jeff. But Vic 20. You remember the Vic 20? You're old enough.
Didn't you give this away on one of your shows?
I did once. Yeah.
Claire won it.
Claire won it.
Yeah.
You've probably already shown it on the show.
Probably. Yeah. But it's a couple of years back, wasn't it? I think. Yeah.
Fair enough. What's the title?
Intergalactic Llamas Battle at the Edge of Time.
No, that's not true. It's Metagalactic Llamas.
It says Metagalactic. I said that.
You said Intergalactic.
Apologies to Big Game Al.
One of those crazy Jeff Minter games. I brought some associated games with it, though. I didn't just bring that.
I know you've probably got a story about this, haven't you?
Well, I have got a story about it. Did I not put the other games in? I did, didn't I? No, yeah, I did.
That could be very embarrassing if you hadn't put those games in.
Well, you know, these are games by our old mate Jeff Minter, aren't they? So Jeff Minter.
Vic 20 stuff here. Is it both Vic 20?
Yeah, both Vic 20. So we have got Abductor and Matrix. Now, these are really early.
Is that
Llamasoft games.
an original label on the back?
I don't know.
Quick gag there. Is it an original label on the back? Yes, it is. But why is that label there?
I don't know.
I was going to say it's not something that was authenticated at the time to say this isn't a copy.
Well, it's not a copy.
No, I know it's not. I know it's not a copy. They know it's not a copy.
No,
but, might be some people are saying, "Oh, I didn't look at," because look, you look at the front of the design.
Abductor. Have you ever played it? It's a crazy game.
No.
But it's a good name for a game, isn't it?
It's
Abductor.
It's a bit. What's the word? Worrying.
Yeah, a little bit. And I love the cover of that one too.
Matrix. Yeah. Is that like a helicopter?
Yeah, there's no helicopters in the game, is there? It's just running around a maze shooting.
I've got a Grid Runner written at the bottom. Is that?
Yeah, it's a version. It's like Grid Runner.
Maybe able to see that, but
Chaos, yeah.
Because we use crap technology here.
Yeah.
If he's on his show, he'd be a lot better. You better see it clearly and everything like that and all that. There's no screenshots to show you because it's just right in the back of the
so
box.
I'd show a bit of gameplay.
You're not missing anything.
You're not gonna do that.
No, I'm not going to do that.
But yeah, no, these I just pulled these out because they're a part of that collection I got from Jeff Minter.
Yes, I was going to say that's what
that's the story. That's why I like it. Yeah, not actually from Jeff Minter. They are Jeff Minter's, but I bought them from his ex-wife, who sold his collection to me. Which is nice, isn't it?
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
I know. Sold me all his games. So I got multiples of them. So I have, you might have seen a lot of these because I have got.
Does he know?
Boxes of, yeah, I think he does. Yeah,
that's why you don't go to any of these shows.
That's why, in case he's there, Jeff's going to get me.
He's going to set his camels on you.
Or his llama's going to bite my ear off. It does happen, doesn't it? No, but I do love Jeff games. I do love some of the later ones. And I reckon, I was thinking, the reason I bring these to tickle his sensibilities is because I bet you don't really rate Jeff Minter games.
I'll be honest with you. I've never played any Jeff Minter.
Oh, what? You're the retro bear.
Yeah, well, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm not the Jeff Minter bear.
Yeah, well, you should be. I mean, how can you be a retro gamer and never have played a Jeff Minter game? You must have played one. You never played Mutant Camels. You never played any.
Never played Mutant
Sheep in Space, Hover Bother.
No.
No.
Did he do that?
What did he do? Well, he's done loads of stuff.
I probably have played one of his games at some point, but probably not the one.
Tempest 2000 on the Jaguar.
No, but I played Tempest. Does that count?
He didn't make he didn't really the original Tempest. Oh well, okay. You've disappointed a lot of your fans there.
What, all three of them? Yeah.
They thought you were a Jeff.
Well, they choose to watch you on this. They don't choose to watch me.
No, they're looking for you.
What have I got left? Watching Wii games otherwise.
I've got one more thing. I had to pick this. I'm not going to make you play it like I made you play that other handheld game. I did bring a handheld game because I love the title.
I better notify the fire officers. Fire
yeah,
officer.
I'm not going to set fire to another thing. But I just look at the title of this. Isn't that brilliant?
We were desperately trying to clean this up a bit.
Yeah, no, people love this game. Look at that. You don't get games called that anymore.
Yeah, it's called Climax. If you're listening, it's called Climax.
I did put a battery in it. You can play it if you want to. You get it out though, because the game's not actually called Climax when you get it out. Because a lot of these mini classic range, they're made for Europe, so they got different titles. So there's different colours and titles for different versions of the game.
I couldn't get to the box.
Different territories.
Open at the end here. Actually, I don't want to damage your stuff.
You've got to have your special grip. You know this special grip.
My claws getting in there. Okay.
We've got the manual there, but I'll hold the manual.
Oh, it's called Combo.
Yeah, that sounds like some sort of
plastic
black country pasty, doesn't it?
Combo. It's the Womble's rivals, that is.
Oh, Combo,
yeah. The Womble versus Combo Wars.
The Combles.
Because it's called Combo there. Is that obviously a foreign translation for the word climax?
Yeah, so, colour combo.
Yeah.
That was too much.
Yes. You might be able to see that there.
It is running. It's kind of like Fix the Pipes simple LCD game. It's a little bit on the faint side. You can tell, can't you? It's a little bit faint. The graphics is just on the attract mode. There, I think you'll find.
So that's running all the time, then, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
That's weird, isn't it? That he does that.
Yeah, it just runs in the background, just to look a bit jazzy, isn't it? A bit look funky. Yeah, it's good. Combo.
I mean, again, it's got that orangey, brown, burnt orange look to it. Which
it's a beautiful colour.
Game, isn't it? We said that before.
Most of those games in that brand, that's a French one, it's a different brand, AF, but usually they're under the brand Mini Arcade. You might remember that's like a little black lettering Mini Arcade.
I'm going to let you put that back in.
I'll put that back.
I don't want to damage
Okay,
it.
One more thing in box to show you and we can end this torment. But this is something I just picked for you because I know you've probably seen him in the box anyway, but I just wanted to get him on the show because I know you'd like him.
Oh my God,
it's the snake, isn't it? Is he? What? No, it's not the snake.
Oh
no, it's not the snake. Who is it? He knows who it is.
It's the Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior.
With his, we can date this, you say, because he's wearing the old Winged Eagle WWF Championship. So this is going to be 1990.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because that was he beat Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 6 to win the WWF Championship.
He can date tennis.
My new co-host. Honestly, he's
pretty fabulous.
I've never actually held one of these before.
No?
I saw them at the time, but again, I was sort of like 14, 15 years old. 14 and 15-year-old men do not buy toys or dolls.
He's a bit cuddly, isn't he? He's nice.
Well, yeah, he doesn't look menacing in the slightest, does he? There's quite a strained expression he's got on his face, so he's probably watched the previous.
I mean, if you're going to leave him in the background, I'll let you borrow him for a bit. You can have him in the house.
I wish I could, but
you just don't want him.
Well, no, I've got nowhere to stick it because
no, you'd have to clean him onto the Wii games.
Yeah, he'd have to sort of be suspended from seeing it. But that's great. I love that. I do.
He is cute.
People do know I could do like a bit of wrestling, but this is.
He loves to wrestle.
Yeah. Of course, sadly passed away a few years.
Oh, did
he? Yeah, he.
Big mood down.
He was a very strange individual in the fact that he seemed to be very much in the wrestling business to make money, not really care much about the craft of it, and then sort of exiled himself. And they put him in the Hall of Fame, which is whatever people want to call it, legit or not, whatever. Right. He'd sort of remade all the bridges he'd burned. And then 2 days after he'd done that, he died of a heart attack.
Oh.
Which is quite ironic,
really. Like a movie waiting to be made.
Yeah. But yeah, I love that. That's really good. Thank you for bringing that. That's fantastic.
No problem. No problem.
I love that. There you go.
He's been in my office for months, just sitting around. I just couldn't get rid of him, so I keep him.
Yeah. You fall asleep on your desk late at night, touching the Ultimate Warrior.
Well, that's what I call something else.
Yes. I didn't notice any dubious stains on it, so we were all right.
Oh, good.
Yes, I know, there we go. Yeah, so once again, thank you very much for bringing some of this rather... that is a really varied range of stuff, isn't it? We got CD based, we got the old 5 1/4 floppies, we got an absolute rarity in that.
Yeah.
I mean, do your research if you don't know what we're talking about. That is an incredibly rare game. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful as well. The Jeff Minter stuff and that piece of paraphernalia for the Home Computer Club. Yeah. That's how things used to be back then. Yeah. That's how they used to be.
That's why I love all that paperwork stuff. It just takes me back to the time. More than the games. It really does.
Well, that's why I like all the covers and things on the old compilations. That takes me back to the magazines.
Yeah.
That you used to buy and see things like advertised like that. But yeah, I mean, to see something, survive like that. I mean, again, that's probably 30 plus years old, and it's just never been touched.
I don't know what we're going to do with it.
Well, we could stick it in that box or something like that.
In that box.
There we go. Yeah. But yes, well, thank you for bringing those again.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me again.
No, it's all right. You're very welcome. You pay the entrance fee. It's all right. Yeah. So let us know what you think. Anything there you've played? Anything there that's of interest to you? Anything that triggers any memories? Be lovely to hear from you. I'm not sure we're going to do some. When are we going to do some more of these? Soon.
So we'll do some more. If people are watching it still and you're keen to do it, then I'll do more. I'll bring more stuff. We'll keep doing it.
They did all right last time. We had a good fun, and it's always good to see you. So
good to see you too.
Yeah, we may even make it down to see you.
Now, that would be exciting.
Yeah, that would be exciting. It'd be different, wouldn't it? Because you always moan about how cramped it is in here, and how the technology isn't good, and how you put gameplay in here, and everything is far better.
I have 2 cameras, so you can actually see the stuff.
Yeah, that's right. But you don't remember.
You could put a camera up.
You don't remember what a 2-bit, operation this is.
You could put a camera up.
I can't put a camera. Where can I put where?
You have to put a bar out and then suspend it.
Exactly. So I'll have to do some work. Yes. That's not going to happen, is it? Right. Anyway, before I end up strangling you.
I might not be coming back.
You might not be coming back, no. I said you could be replaced. Anyway, great to have you here. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and we hopefully will see you again very, very soon. But until then, we'll see you later. I am the Retro Bear, and this is...
Big Jace.
Yes, well done.
Thank you.
You had one line to remember, and that was it. Fantastic. Bye.